This is North Sentinel Island, the homeland of North Sentinelese tribes, where humans are forbidden from entering. It was 15th of November 2018. John Allen Chau, a 26-year-old American missionary, travels to North Sentinel Island. He was so obsessed with Christianity that he wanted to convert the tribes of this island to his religion. But unfortunately, he never made it back home. What exactly happened to John? Did he go missing? Or was he lost? There is a terrifying story behind his journey, which we will shortly see in this video. Now this is a map of Andaman and Nicobar, with its capital being Port Blair. And this is how the city Port Blair looks. We can clearly see that it is very well developed and it is one of the most preferred tourist destinations in India. And the literacy rate of the city is about 90%. Now just 50 kilometers away from Port Blair is North Sentinel Island. And the tribes of this island are referred as North Sentinelese tribes. You will be fascinated to hear that they are the most isolated tribes of the world. That is, they are not in contact with the outside world. They are so isolated that they don't even know we exist. If suppose any alien visits our earth, imagine the reaction of the people. That is how exactly these tribes would react when any human from outside world would contact them. Now coming back to the story of John Allen. On the previous night, that is on 14th of November, John paid rupees 25,000 to the local fishermen, asking them to take him to the island illegally without obtaining any permit. And the fishermen agreed and they took him to the island that night. And the next morning, John made his very first approach to the island. But the fishermen refused to go any closer to the island because of the obvious reasons. But John continued to go closer with his kayak, and as soon as he approached the island, he saw some of the tribes whose faces were painted yellow. And as soon as he saw these tribes, he shouted from his kayak, "My name is John. I love you and Jesus loves you." And instantly the tribes began stringing their bows and were almost ready to shoot arrows at John. That is when John panicked and left the place. Later on the same day, John made another attempt. And this time, around half a dozen Sentinelese emerged from the island and began to whoop and shout. John walked closer to hear what they were saying. And for some time, these tribes seemed to tolerate his presence. But all of a sudden, a boy shot an arrow at John, which fortunately struck the Bible that he was holding. John pulled out the arrow and gave it back to the boy and left the place. John Allen was actually frightened after this incident, which he had clearly mentioned in his diary, which he was writing during his adventure. But he decided he would make another attempt. And this time, it was without fishing vessel floating nearby, because he thought appearing alone would make these tribes more comfortable. And he asked the fishermen to drop him off alone. And later that day, when fishermen were observing from the distance, they saw islanders dragging John's body, and next day they saw his body floating on the shore. In this video, we will see why these tribes resist outside contact and who were the first ones to contact them. Did anyone ever interact with these tribes? According to Survival International, Sentinelese are believed to be the direct descendants from the first human population in Africa and are thought to have inhabited this island for up to 60,000 years. These tribes still practice hunting and gathering and hunt wildlife using their bows and arrows. And they consume a lot of seafood. They know almost nothing about agriculture. Both men and women are essentially naked, and they also wear some of the ornaments like necklace, headbands, etc. And because of their complete isolation, nearly nothing is known about their language. And as of now, they are the only ones to understand their language. The first ever mention of this island was made in the year 1771, when East India Company survey vessel had discovered some lights upon the shore of the island, but the crew members did not investigate any further. In the year 1880, the first attempt was made to establish contact with these tribes by the Royal Navy officer Maurice Wirrell Portman, who was back then serving as colonial administrator to Andaman and Nicobar Islands. He led an armed group of Europeans and captured 6 people, an elderly man, a woman and 4 children. Unfortunately, man and woman died shortly due to illness, and the children also began falling ill. And that is when Portman quickly realized his mistake and sent the children back to the island, along with large quantities of gifts in order to maintain friendly relation. In the year 1967, a group of 20 people that included members of Navy, Armed Forces, and it was led by T.N. Pandit, who was an Indian anthropologist, made a visit to the island. And this was the first ever visit by the team of professional anthropologists. With the help of binoculars, the team saw some of the Sentinelese tribes along the coastline, who began to retreat as soon as the team advanced. When the team followed the footprints for about 1 kilometer, they saw huts made of grass, raw honey, skeletal remains of pigs, etc. But the team failed to establish any contact, and they withdrew after leaving large quantities of gifts. In early 1974, National Geographic film crew had also visited this island along with T.N. Pandit in order to shoot a documentary called Man in Search of Man. But again, they failed to establish any contact. And it was the year 1991 when the first peaceful contact was made with these tribes. It was by the team of Indian anthropologists, which included T.N. Pandit and some government officials. But this time, the team also consisted of women. It was the first time that a woman was a part of this expedition. She was Madhumala Chattopadhyay, an Indian anthropologist. When her team approached the island with a small boat, around 4 to 5 Sentinelese men, along with their bows and arrows, walked out to the shoreline. And when the team started floating coconuts towards the tribes, surprisingly, some of the Sentinelese tribes came to collect the coconut. And this fruit was chosen because it is considered to be one of the valuable products by these tribes. And this time around, a Sentinelese boy who was aged around 19 years raised his bow and was pointing towards Madhumala Chattopadhyay and was almost ready to shoot. And that is when a Sentinelese woman who was standing beside him stopped the boy and urged him to collect the coconut. And that is when the boy also started picking the fruit. And a month later, they had visited the island with a larger team. And this time, surprisingly, the Sentinelese tribes approached the team without any bows and arrows. And some of the tribes also climbed the team's boat to collect the entire bag of coconut. And after these two visits, the government decided to reduce the frequency of the visit to North Sentinel Island to protect the tribes from exposure to diseases as they lacked immunity towards them. Many experts are of the opinion that contacting these tribes is a bad idea because these tribes have been living in this island for centuries without any problem, and their trouble actually began when the outsiders started contacting them, and they clearly don't need any outsiders to protect them. For instance, after 2004 tsunami, some aerial expeditions were made to this island in order to evaluate the effects of tsunami on these tribes. And that is when some of the tribes began shooting their arrows at these rescue choppers, which led many to conclude that these tribes were mostly unaffected by the tsunami and had survived the calamity. It was clearly evident that they live in harmony with the nature, and they worship and were so in tune with the nature that they knew tsunami was coming and had moved to the higher grounds. And it was a signal which Sentinelese sent out to the world that they wanted to be left alone. It is not known why these tribes are so aggressive, but in Andaman literature, there is mentioning of these tribes being kidnapped by the sailors and being turned into slaves. And these tribes are very protective of their territory and women. Considering all these factors, Government of India, which is administering these islands, had taken some of the steps in order to protect these tribes. For example, they are considered as particularly vulnerable tribes, and all the entries to these islands is forbidden except those with authorization. And photographing and filming these tribes is also an offense. The question that constantly pops up in our mind is that do these tribes need to be civilized and taught about all the modern technologies that we use? When this question was asked to Madhumala Chattopadhyay, she says never ever in her 6 years of doing research alone with these tribes of Andaman did any man ever misbehave with her. She says these tribes might be primitive in their technological achievements, but socially, they are far ahead of us. Today, North Sentinel Island is one of the mysterious places on the earth, and anyone trying to explore this place would end up having similar fate as that of John Allen Chau.